Hello, friends. It is Denise from Loving Life at 60ish, and we are doing Magical Monday Minis. Just on a whim. I've been at the vet's today with all three of my dogs. Well, no, I only have two dogs. With my two dogs and the cat. They all had their annual visits, and to the tune of $663. Yep. Ouch. But anyway, my son helped me and rode up with me, so that was nice. And then I was just sitting out in the living room, not really feeling sorry for myself, really. I don't know that I actually do that. I mean, maybe in my younger years I did, but but just feeling at loose ends. And so I thought, well, I think I have some mini money left from last year that from November or December of last year that I didn't end up using because I stopped videotaping. So here I am. And we're gonna do our Magical Monday minis. I have $30. Usually I have $40. As I had told you, I've got to take this out because I've got to work on my planners this week. Yeah, it is January whatever, and I don't have my planners set up. I think I had talked about it in one of the recent videos about how I don't think I can do the minis the way that I was. Like, I don't think I'll have $40 a week to do those. And so I need to kind of reevaluate how I'm going to do that, because the minis, the money that I save in these minis goes to this book. Where is it? Oh dear, oh dear. This one. The yearly things that come out that sneak up on you, like property taxes, car registration, Canva. That one's all paid. So I this money gets put into this book. So I need it, right? I need the minis, but I just may not be able to do them $40 a week. That's $160 a month. So I've got to figure that out, and I can't figure it out until I figure out a whole bunch of other things. My son and I spent yesterday evening going through boxes of paperwork. Now, I had felt that I was fairly organized, in that I knew where all the paperwork was. It's not necessarily so. I've been looking for a piece of paper. My son said, don't get so caught up on one piece of paper, maybe there's someone we can call that would have that piece of paper in their file or something. And but all of this paperwork has to do with Scott dying and the financial end of everything. So I can't even decide about this until I really am able to sit down and figure things out. And I know I've alluded to that a little bit. The loss of his Social Security disability is a big chunk of what our budget was, and that is gone. And so, but again, I have to kind of go through and figure everything out. And so deep breaths, and I don't have to figure it out tonight. I am now, currently, not right this second, but I started working on it this morning before we went to the vets. I'm working on what we paid out in the last year for electricity, what we paid out in the last year for, internet, things like that. And so I'll have a better idea of that when I go see my financial guy. Yeah, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. And you would think that it would keep your mind busy enough that you wouldn't sit and ponder life in general, things, the way you're feeling and everything. And that's not true. I still have a lot of time where I think too much. I'm an overthinker. That's what I do. And so I'm trying to just take it 1 hour at a time. This hour, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to upload it and wait for it to load and get it all set up and to you guys. The next hour, I need to feed my animals and myself. And then the next hour, I've got to wash bedding. And I'm going to work on, I think, on some new things. But I also have some other things. I can do my journaling and my Finding Water book, which I had put off to the side, many months ago and haven't done anything in it. I need to set up my planners. I need to set up my gratitude book for the month of January. So I've written down, I have a list of things I can do from now until, I don't go to bed until late, 11 or 12. So from now until then, because if I sit, I think. And not that thinking is a bad thing, but it can be very overrated. And I can still think while I'm doing things also, but I also, I find if I'm on the computer and I'm designing some savings challenges, it gives my brain, a piece of my brain, a rest from thinking about Scott's gone. It's been 2 weeks as of today, 2 weeks. And starting to think those things and stuff. So every little bit of a brain break I can give is probably a good idea right now. And I know that I am rambling right now, but I feel like this might help someone else, whether you've lost a spouse or you've gotten a divorce, or there's just been a major change in your life in some way or another. We have to put one foot in front of the other. And so my way of doing that is to have a list of things that I enjoy working on and things that need to be done, right? And I am giving myself some grace to try to mostly pick the things that I think I might enjoy. I will tell you that what I enjoyed 6 months ago does not feel so enjoyable anymore. I guess I love to read, and I cannot sit down and read for the life of me. I just can't do it. I can't focus. I can't sit quietly and do that. And so those things have shifted, as far as what I might find a little bit of joy in right now. And then I also have that running list of things that just have to be done, period. I've got to scoop the poop now, I mean, I know that sounds funny, and it's, funny and but that's my job now. And so I just have this running list of those things too. And anyway, I guess I'm just telling you that being here and doing this mini, the minis was on my want to do list, because I knew that it would help to settle my mind a bit so that I can get through the rest of the evening. So thanks for being here and listening to all that. And it has been so long since I've done this. I had to look and see. I guess this one is the only one that's even close to being done. And it's still got 8, 10, 14, $16 that it needs. So I'm not close to finishing any of these tonight. I am no closer to figuring out what I'm going to be doing for savings challenges right now. You do know that I am the queen of too many savings challenges going at once, and also the queen of consistently changing things up. So I'm assuming that I will continue in that manner. I will say, in complete honesty and transparency, I am worried about money. I have not had to worry. I mean, you know, we've had to worry, trust me, but not a worry of let's not get the lights shut off type of worry for a long time. And so I'm not saying my lights are going to get shut off. That's not what's happening. But I do know that I feel worry about the financial situation. We did put some things in place that will hopefully help that. We'll see. I will say that my will is uncontested. His will is uncontested. There's no probate necessary. We had that, you know, hopefully, knock on wood. I mean, that's what the lawyer said. We had it worked out a few years ago. So that's good, right? It's a lot, you guys. I know I just said that, but it is. It is a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who knew how much there is to do? Okay, I've got to leave these out because I did not take a picture. And I also haven't told you, this first one is from me. It was the add-on from the December kit. I did have someone ask me if I would put the December kit back up, and yes, I will. It does have last year's December calendar in it, and I won't be changing that out. But I do have an idea to help with, because I know a lot of you are like me. You didn't finish all the kits. You've still got them to do. So let me kind of figure out my idea. Okay, this is 5, and I don't have any colored pencils in here, so I'm just going to color it with this. And I'm keeping a 1 out that I can use in another one. This one is from Ellie on Earth. I purchased her mermaids quite a while ago. I think this might be the 3rd one that I'm doing. I don't know that I have any left. This next one is one of mine, and I don't have enough money, so I'm going to just leave that off to the side for now. And this one was gifted to me by the Budgeting Sisters. And I have $3, so we'll put that aside. And all my colored pencils are out in the living room. because my son used them Christmas Eve. No, the night that Scott died. We all wrapped gifts that night before he died. I did it while just hanging out in the bedroom with him, and the kids did it out in the living room. The two kids were there, and so he made some bookmarks for his girlfriend and colored them in with colored pencils. This is 5. So we only have a 4. Whoops. Let's see. So we'll color in this 4. Boy, that's the wrong one, isn't it? I bet that one's out there. Oh, it's right here. Right here. There. 3, 4, we'll put that one there. This one is by me. This was in the October add-ons for the October kit. And 1, 2, 4, 5. This one is from AE Budgets. And she gifted these to me along with some other ones too. I feel very lucky with all the gifted savings challenges. I guess we'll have to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. We'll do this 3 and this 2. We have extra bacon left from Sunday. Oh, we did have family Sunday yesterday. I know some of you would be wondering about that. And we're still doing them. You know, we always did them even before Scott got sick. It just maybe wasn't always planned out as well, I guess, but we always did something on Sundays together. I mean, there were occasions when we didn't, but most Sundays we got together as a family. And before that, it used to be Wednesday nights. I don't know. That had to do with my daughter's work schedule. That was years ago and stuff. So we've always maintained the family time. And I really need it now. I mean, I just really need to keep that alive. And so we had it yesterday and we did a couple of things. And we had BLTs because my new refrigerator came. Scott and I were in the process of getting a refrigerator right before he passed away. And it came Saturday, and it's smaller than my 32-year-old refrigerator. And here's the other thing is, who knew I would have such a connection to a refrigerator? But Scott and I bought that together 32 years ago. It's the same age as our daughter, and it was rough that morning. My son was here and my grandson, and my grandson said, "Who would have known that you would have bonded with a refrigerator, Mimi?" And he was right. It was a little tough. But the voice in my head that is Scott said, "Come on, Denise, it's just a refrigerator." And we planned this, remember? But anyway, the refrigerator is smaller than our old one. There's not as much freezer space. There's not as much space in the refrigerator. Well, it's not so much in the refrigerator. The problem in the refrigerator is the shelves are not far enough apart to put a thing of milk. Now, I know the shelves are adjustable, blah, 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 but they do not adjust in any configuration that makes it so I can put milk in the refrigerator. I have to put it on the door. And I had always heard you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't put dairy on the door. There were $2 there, and there was 3 left over here, which makes 5. So we can add 5 to this one. This one is one of mine also. Usually I have 3 of mine and 3 of another shop, which is what I've done. I have Ellie on Earth and the Budgeting Sisters in AE Budgets. I am looking for some new minis. I have a few left that I'll be using. But I'm also looking for, I have a lot of my own minis. And so I'm looking for some shop ones, other shops to do. Whoops, I'm going to leave that out too. So anyway, they came Sunday, and we had, they hooked up the ice maker, the hose that goes into the freezer. But guys, it's not working. We still don't have ice. It's been well over 24 hours. So we're going to have to pull the refrigerator out and look at it again. Hopefully my son-in-law will come tomorrow to do that. And so by the time everyone left, my son was still here. He stayed with me last night. So I just didn't come on and do any video, but we had BLTs for lunch. That's the whole story about the freezer. I had 2 packages of bacon in the freezer. And so we really have no room. And, you know, bacon isn't the packages aren't very wide or anything, but I pulled those out and we ended up having BLTs yesterday. So when I'm done here and I've fed the girls, the dogs, I'm going to make myself a grilled cheese and bacon sandwich. I don't know. It just sounds good. I'll let you know. Okay, folks, that is it. I have rambled on and on and on, but it does feel good and I feel a bit better. I feel a little stronger to go back and tackle what's next. So I'm going to try to see you again tomorrow. I don't know. This week is really weird. For someone who has had nothing and everything on her calendar for months now, I have a lot on my calendar this week. So, yeah, but hopefully excuse me, at some point tomorrow, I will see you. Okay, I'll see you real soon. Give yourselves a hug. Give the people you love a hug. Happy savings. Take good care of yourselves. Bye.